Did you ever fancy venturing into modelling, Dave? I mean, sorry, I should say, have you ever done any modelling?
Have I ever done any modelling?
Yeah.
No.
Right,
No, I haven't actually, no. What do you think?
Assumption.
What do you think?
I think that there could be a fashion house somewhere that's screaming out for your look right now. Because anything goes these days.
Well, hang on a minute.
Well, you know, you've not got to have the good looks and inverted commas to actually be able to be associated with the brand or sell. I mean, you know, a few years ago, you'd have to be aesthetically pleasing to no, but it's not necessarily the case now. Are you considering it?
So
what?
So what you're saying, that I'd be a novelty act?
No, you're putting words into. I never said that, did I? I never said that.
Well, you're saying that you've got. What you say? Yeah, yes, you could be a model, but you know, because it's good these days, you don't have to be classically good looking.
Absolutely, I'm saying that. Yeah.
And then you're referring that to me.
Absolutely, yeah.
So reading between the lines.
No, what I'm saying in a positive way, Dave. On your side here. It's the way it is.
Yeah. I think you'd be good. I think you'd be good.
Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Modelling what? What do you say?
Fancy dress.
Much planned for the day?
I've got some business to take care of in Wimslow.
Oh, hello. That sounds quite ominous.
It does, doesn't it?
What business is that?
Some banking business.
Ah, not the other business where you have to put the suit on.
No, not that
business.
Not that business. Not the with
Are you still doing that these days?
The one with the briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave that up.
Yeah.
There's just no demand these days.
Well, people have moved on. They can buy dusters cheaper, can't they?
They can, yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can. There'll be pound shops.
That's right.
That's right. Undercuts.
I was going to say we could do with a laser eye surgery expert.
Or just somebody that's had it done.
Absolutely.
Be good. Yeah.
But I've only heard good stories. I must have met probably about maybe 4 or 5 people who've had it done. One guy said, and I quote, "And never look back." Which is
well, let's hope that's not a side effect. Yeah. Jonathan Edwards, he's all about it. He loves it. Can't get enough of it.
Jonathan Edwards?
Yeah, the long jumper.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Always banging on about his laser eye surgery.
But no, if you've had laser eye surgery, let us know. 01625 269,000. Well, the phones are going. Shall we go to the phones? Got to
Okay. Right.
Hello, you're live on Silk. Who's that?
Hello, it's Chris.
How are you, Chris? Have you had eye surgery, mate?
No, it's just to correct you. Jonathan Edwards was a triple jumper, not a long jumper.
Oh,
right, okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Pets don't like it.
So they say.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah, my cats don't really like it.
Although they're not big fans.
Not big fans, no.
Right, no.
They don't like fireworks.
Right.
And I think they agreed with Guy Fawkes' policy.
Yeah.
I think that's their main point.
Is it right?
But
they're quite politically active, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Haven't they just come back from France?
Yes, that's right. And they're very involved in the midterms at the moment. Both my cats. One's a Republican and one's a Democrat. So
right, okay.
The fighting that goes on.
Are they? Who wins most of those scraps?
The female cat.
Right. See. Sorry. That's where we stop, isn't it? That's where we leave it.
I'm still not convinced that I'm the only person, that you know of anyway, that has cold weetabix.
No, you are. No, you're clean.
Really, I want some closure on this. I demand closure.
Cold weetabix.
Cold
Okay,
weetabix.
right. Let's throw this out there.
Hello, Silk, it's Bob Chapman.
How are you, Bob? You all right?
Come on,
I
Bob.
have cold milk.
Good man,
On
Bob.
weetabix.
I have it, cold milk.
Hi Andy, it's Sarah in Prestbury.
Sarah in Prestbury. How are you? You all right?
I'm fine, but it has to be cold milk.
Cold milk.
What? No.
Oh, yeah,
on the
always
Weetabix.
cold.
Yep.
Sorry.
Where's this come from?
Hello,
Hello, who's that?
it's Samantha.
Hiya, Samantha. Hot or cold, Samantha?
Cold,
No.
sugar.
Start the car, nice.
Cold, no sugar, sometimes a bit of banana.
Bit of banana.
No.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Hi, it's Ben and Mark.
How are you, Ben?
Cold milk.
So why are we doing it again?
It's a good question. Going all round the houses here, aren't we? It's Movember is the month.
Movember.
It's the month previously known as November.
Yeah.
It's now Movember.
Movember.
And this is the first time that I've done this. I know it's the first time you've done this as well, but it's been going for a few years.
We're growing moustaches.
Yeah.
For charity.
Yes.
Right.
Now, the reason that I think we're only talking about it now is I personally was a bit hesitant over this.
Well, I think halfway through the months.
Yeah.
And I think we agreed we'll see how it goes. We'll see
absolutely.
how it looks.
I never realised. I mean, you know, Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I'm Andy and my amazing Technicolor beard. There's a lot going on there, isn't there?
You kind of, I suppose I'll call you Tabby.
Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah. Tabby beard.
That's nigh on an insult, that.
It's not. No, it's
Tabby?
good. Tabby beard.
Well, the guy that's doing the rounds today is a chap called Ezrita Furman.
Okay.
Ezrita Furman, and he holds the record. It's a record in itself for the most records that currently being held. He holds 121 Guinness World Records.
So not only does he hold all those records, he also holds the records for holding the records.
So that's probably 122, to be fair.
I would guess so, yeah. But then does it go up again after that?
Possibly. So you'll know the guy. Have you never met him?
Never met him.
He
no.
was in not long ago.
Was he?
That tall chap. Really tall
yeah,
chap.
He doesn't hold the record for that, does he?
Oh, yeah. He's the tallest chap. Yeah. I spoke to him only last week.
Right.
He was on the phone. He asked me if I happened to have in my cupboards 12 jars of pickles because he fancied eating as many as possible in 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's a nightmare buffet.
Do you know the guy?
He?
Oh, he keeps pestering me.
He does anything, whenever there's like a spread out, he just immediately sees it as a challenge.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Well, I said he was quite slim, dishevelled looking, dancer from the 80s.
Yeah, it's the 80s bit, I think. This is very often.
But I also think fair play to the guy, because there must have been opportunities when, in his heyday, where he had the chance to play on his name a little bit.
Yeah.
But he decided not to sell out.
Like free haircuts, for example. You certainly didn't cash in on that.
Free haircuts? What are you talking about?
Well, if you're a celebrity, you can get sort of free
No, I mean Wayne Sleep. The name Sleep, he could have advertised like Benson's for beds.
Yeah,
good name.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello, I'm Wayne Sleep.
Night nurse.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
Wayne Sleep, get a good night's sleep.
That's right, he could have cashed in there.
Yeah.
Talk about cliche. I saw on the news last night. It was a great little shot. A guy wearing a woolly hat.
Yeah.
In a Che Guevara t-shirt.
Right.
Eating a pot noodle. I thought that's
great.
It's got the whole lot. I thought all he needs is some, Bob Marley dreadlocks.
Definitely. Yeah.
Some loose beads.
And
quits in.
Yeah.
Bit of eye makeup, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
It reminds me of. I forget the book. I forget who wrote the book. But there's a lovely excerpt in it. It's talk about protesting in this country. We're just hopeless at it, really. What do we want? Gradual reform. When do we want it? In due course. Whenever you fit us in.
Yeah, just when you're ready,
know. But I've got my cold witterix.
Did that come with a reflector for your bike or anything?
Do they still do that, toys and
I don't
cereals?
think they do. I think there were too many people eating the reflectors from the bike and going to hospital.
Trevor in Poynton. Morning, Trevor, who goes out of his way to point out that it's definitely cold milk on Weetabix.
Still coming in.
Not having that. He says he remembers getting 3D picture cards. I think like playing cards.
Oh, right, okay.
With photographs, but like 3D photos on there.
Yeah, I remember getting 3D glasses.
Rick, who's heading to work in Warrington. A-Team masks.
Wow.
He can't remember which cereal they were in, but he said nobody ever got Hannibal. You could never get Hannibal.
Couldn't get him. No.
Because that's the thing with the breakfast cereal. You never knew what you were going to get. It was normally multiples of a particular, on a theme, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it was, but I suppose with Hannibal, you don't really want the kids walking around with big cigars, do you?
No.
Very good look, is it?